Hello and welcome back. My name's Susan and we're actually in a bit of a different area today, if you couldn't tell. We actually finally finished redoing my basement, so behind me are my new shelves. This shelf is my read books. This one starts the unread books. There's 2 full shelves of unread books plus a couple other areas around the room. Eventually, when I get a few things more in order, I want to get a 4th shelf like right here. I will actually do a bookshelf tour. But anyway, today I'm going to be bringing you guys my NEWTs, sort of, TBR, which is really late because it's already August 15th. But I've been reading slightly towards like the NEWTs for the month, and now I'm going to buckle down and try to finish them all. I should be able to. I'm finally starting to get back into reading again. I really hit a pretty big reading slump, and I've actually only read 1 book this month, and it wasn't towards the NEWTs. And that book was Shadow Kiss, which is up there, and I really don't feel like trying to take it out, by Rochelle Mead. Anyway, I'm going to start getting ready, and because I have work in a couple hours, and I want to actually do makeup today for once. So I was like, why not try to do a get ready with me video? So I'm going to start off with this get ready with me by saying, in no way at all am I a makeup expert. I am never really like big on makeup. I am big on makeup, but I don't really do it as often as I used to. I just don't have the time. I don't have the energy to try. And yeah, that's really it. And so yeah, I'm just going to try to do something cute for work. So to start off the video, I am going to actually tell you guys what I am currently reading and what challenge for the NEWTs it would fit. So I am actually going for the curse breaker position for NEWTs. So for an O in Ancient Runes, I would need to read a book recommended by a friend, a book written in past tense, and a book that's been on my TBR for ages. I also would need to get an O in arithmancy, which means I would need to read a book that ends on an even page number, a standalone, and a book that's longer than 350 pages. I need to get an E in Defense Against the Dark Arts, which means I need to read a book that is black under the dust jacket, and I need to read the first book like I remembered off of my TBR, and I need to get an A in Charms, which means I just need to read a book that I think has a gorgeous cover. So the first book I'm currently reading right now to fit one of the NEWTs prompts is going to be the book for arithmancy, which is A. So for like an A in arithmancy, I need to read the book that ends on an even page number. And this book actually fits a few of the prompts because like it's been on my TBR for a while, like before the sequel came out. And that book is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I am currently halfway through this right now I'm actually about 170 pages in. So there's that. I'm really enjoying it so far. It's definitely different than like what I thought because it's a mystery, and I've not really read a lot of like YA mysteries, and I don't read a lot of mysteries in general, but it's pretty interesting. You are following 2 different timelines in this story, and you follow the one in 1936 when like this murder happened on the campus, and then you also follow the one in present day of Stevie Bell, and she's trying to solve the murders. She's trying to solve the murder that happened on her campus, and that's the entire reason why she was admitted into the school, was to solve this murder. The second book I'm actually reading is one I'm listening to on audiobook, and this also counts for a couple challenges as well. And that book is 12 Steps to Normal by Farrah Penn. Now, this one I'm so 50-50 on because this book deals with addiction, and it's part of the reason I picked it up. Because around the time I picked this book up, I had read another book that has actually been one of my favorites of all time, and that is Other Broken Things by Cedar Sear. And I picked it up because not only did the cover remind me of Other Broken Things, like if I could find it and show it to you, yeah. So this cover here reminded me of this cover here, And that's part of the reason I picked it up, because like I do like this style of cover, and this one I felt dealt more with like the recovery of someone else in the family, and I thought that would be a really interesting dynamic. But it's not that I'm not interested in it right now, because I am. I wouldn't be finishing the audiobook otherwise. But I'm very disappointed in how the writing style is. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of like a few of the different choices the author has made. And I'm pretty sure this is a debut novel, so like that could explain it, but I'm not sure how I feel. And I just want to make it like to where like I enjoy this book, but like I feel like I'm putting so much pressure on myself to enjoy it that I'm destined not to. I just feel like there's not a lot of character development. Like our main character, Kara, she just doesn't like grow as a person, and I wish she would, because like that would at least make it, this journey feel memorable. But all she's concerned about is like her getting her friends back when her dad's like trying to recover, and her dad's the only family she really has left in the area. Her aunt lives in Portland, and yeah, like she doesn't seem to care how her dad's doing with his recovery. And I don't know, like I'm assuming, like I've never been in this situation, but like even with some bad blood there, I feel like anybody would care at least somewhat how someone's doing with recovery, especially when it's someone like family that's like the only family you have left. Like her mom's not in the picture, like she's not around, and no one else is really able to be there for her except for her dad, and she's concerned about just getting her life back to where it was beforehand. And yeah, that's like what she's doing. Like her 12 steps are her 12 steps that she's trying to go through to get her life back, which I understand, but she puts so much more emphasis on her friends instead of her family, and it just doesn't seem right to me. The next book I'm actually going to be reading as a definite for this readathon was the one for the Gilderoy Lockhart's Memory Charm, which was for E in Defense Against the Dark Arts. So I need to finish like a different prompt before I get to it. But that is Tiger's Curse by Colleen Hochuk. I don't know much about this, but this was the first book I could remember on my TBR, and it's actually been on my TBR for a little over a year, so it would also fit the one to read a book that's been on my TBR for ages. Now, all I know about Tiger's Curse is like there's like this, it's like ancient Indian curse, and that's it. I picked it up because of the cover, and I think because it was cheap. Because like I went to Books A Million, I think it's called, in like one of the malls that's around here, and I saw that it was cheap, and it was like my birthday shopping spree, and I wanted it. So I was like, why not? I'll give it a chance. It's a pretty cover. It's a higher fantasy, I think, and I'll just see what it's about, see if I like it. And I still hope I like it, because I do own this one and the sequel. So I'm at least going to give the first two books a chance. If I like them, I don't know. If I like them, I might continue on, and if it's just meh, I might not. The rest of these books on the in my little stack here are books I would like to fit into a challenge, and a couple of them I think I will be able to, but I don't think I'm going to get to all of them, because I did end up picking a couple really big fantasy books because I'm smart. The first book is actually one I've stayed in the dark about. I don't know much about it. I did have a dream about one of the covers last night, because I saw like a different style of hardback for these that were in Barnes & Noble the other day. And the first one is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I know the sequel to this is coming out soon. I think it's this year. I think it's like this fall, like October. And I want to be able to say I read it beforehand, because like I'm gonna probably want to get the sequel, and Like, I know if I didn't read the first one, I'm going to pick up the sequel just like, oh yeah, like I'm going to like it and watch me not like it. And then I own 2 books that are really long that I'm going to like force myself to read and that I'm not enjoying. So next one is another one that's actually been really beloved here on BookTube. And this one I can definitely fit like the challenge to read a book that is black under the dust jacket. And I picked it up right around the time it came out. And that is Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. Once again, I don't know much about it. I just know it's going to be a series. And I know Brandon Sanderson's really beloved. Like, when I bought it, the bookseller at Barnes & Noble, like, even talked up Brandon Sanderson a lot. And I've never read one of his books. And this is the only one I own. And I'm not really in a sci-fi mood, but I am, because one of the books I wanted to try to finish soon, too, is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. But I don't know if I'm ever going to actually finish it. I just say I'm going to finish it. It's kind of what I tend to do with these things. The next book is one I'm actually going to probably use because, like, it's the book you can use to replace any prompt. And this is like a fantasy book that I don't know much about, but it's called Spellslinger by Sebastian de Castile. And it looks so fun. I like the playing card cover. I like everything about this cover. And I'm going to probably use it to replace the challenge for read a book that is written in past tense. Because, yeah, I don't know of any book that's written in past tense. If you do, and you see this book within like the next week or two, leave it in the comments down below because I might actually try it. But either way, I am going to read this book no matter what because I do want to read it, and I bought it just for this readathon. I actually need to focus on doing my eyeliner, but I'm going to hold up this next book that I have read once before, and I need to reread this one and the sequel to get it to like the 3rd one in the series. And I think this version I have is signed, or one of the books in the series is signed. It's not this one, it's the next one signed. But that is Girl Online by Zoe Sugg, or better known as Zoella. Yeah, like this is one of the YouTubers' books, but it was a fantasy, not a fantasy. It was a contemporary that I picked up like a few years ago, like 2015, 2016. Like whenever it came out, whenever the sequel came out, because I picked up the first one then, because I saw this second one and it was signed, and like that was when, like, if I saw a signed book, I would not like pass it up. And when I picked it up, I was like, oh, I'll give it a shot. I'll see if I like it. And I actually really liked it. It was before I was on Goodreads, so I don't like have a star rating for it, but like I did really love it. And it was actually one of the books that jump started me into reading again, because like I picked it up and flew through it like a day and a half. I was just laying on my couch upstairs and I just read, and I didn't want to put it down, and I was trying to force myself to put it down, but I was like, you know what, no, I want to read, I want to get through it. And I don't remember any of the characters' names, but I remember we follow this girl who is starting her like YouTube channel, and like she ends up making it big because like, and she was like dating like a band guy or something. It was, I think the best way to put this is that it's like fan fiction. It's basically glorified fan fiction, and I really enjoyed it. And I also enjoyed the part of the second book I had read as well. I think I only finished like half of it because like I tried to pick it up like right after, and then I tired myself out of the story, which oops. But I do really want to continue on with the series. It's only a trilogy, I think. Like I have the other 2 books. Yeah, why am I doing that to myself? I have the other 2 books here. So, like, you have, as soon as, like, you go Girl Online, and then it was Girl Online on tour, and Girl Online going solo. So, I think in the first book, like, the relationship starts. What is in here? Do I have a bookmark in here? I have a gift card in here. Huh. But I don't think I started that one. Because, like, yeah, no. Because I didn't even finish this one because I have a bookmark in this one. which I don't even know what this is, but I've only read 4 chapters of this second one. So, I don't know. There's just a random gift card in my book that I didn't realize I had. I might see if there's any money on that. As I'm about to do my waterline, and then I'm going to break and finish off my makeup and get my hair and stuff ready, and then I'll come back and close out the video. The last book I want to try to read in this like challenge is one I picked up recently. And Truly Devious, I have to say, there's a bug in here. Truly Devious has actually put me in a mystery mood. So I do have that book to thank for like me picking this up over the other book I was going to pick up, which I'm going to go back in like a week or 2 and pick up the other one I want to pick up because, you know, I need books. I need more books, obviously, when I have 2 full unread shelves, a book card of unread books, a little stack of books on a table that are unread, and another shelf, like a mini shelf of unread books. I need more books. But no, I actually want to pick up Swipe Right for Murder by Derek Millman because of like the mystery aspect. I just know it has to do with like this guy who like a mistaken identity, and that like he's mistaken for someone who did something else, and now like the FBI's after him. And that's all I really know. But like I saw the arc of this at BookCon and I was so close to getting it and I didn't. So where the hell is this bug? It's a fly and it's buzzing like insane. And I don't know if you can hear it. Probably not. But like, I hope it's like having a little fly heart attack or something, because it's just, I think it's caught in a spider web. I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. I just know something's caught in a spider web. I really hope there's not a spider there that's eating it. Either way, I'm gonna go now, guys. I'm gonna kind of touch up a couple of like the eyeliner spots or like the eyeshadow spots, get some lipstick on and get changed for work, and then I'll come back and I'm gonna close this out so I can edit this after I get off. And I'm ready. So that's gonna be it for the video today, guys. I do have a small announcement. I actually am gonna regulate my work schedule a bit more now coming up. So I'm gonna actually be on like set days of the week where I work, and I have set days off. So I can actually plan more videos and get videos filmed and uploaded on like a regular schedule. So starting in September, once I kind of get organized with school too, because I am doing online classes, you should be seeing new videos at least every Saturday, maybe every Thursday and Saturday, depending on what I can get filmed, because my days off are going to be Thursday and Saturday. So yeah, we'll see what I can get filmed, and we will hopefully have some regular uploads coming back to you guys again soon. And thanks so much for supporting my channel. Make sure you click like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye!